Hey guys, I hope the information that I'm putting out here is helpful to someone. So I'm going to introduce something else, and this strategy works best in 1 hour. And I really hope it's going to help someone because this one is a sure gem. Okay, it's a gem. This one, if you lose money, let me not give that a sure guarantee. But forex trading is risky, and if you don't have proper information, you will lose most of your money in it. So ensure that you are well educated, but it is a risky affair. So let's start. This time we will be trading in 1 hour, and the EMA that we are going to use are very precise. We are going to be using 10 and 20 EMA, and I really hope this helps you in a way. So what are we going to be looking for? First, the cross. So we are waiting for EMA 10 above the 20, we are bullish. EMA 10 below the 20, we are bearish. So every time we have a cross, this cross started here. We had the 10 cross above the 20. That means we are plus. That means we are. This is where we had a cross. We had a cross on, this was on Wednesday last week. So from Wednesday we have Thursday, we were bullish. Friday we were bullish. Currently, what is happening currently? We are still bullish. You see the way the 20 EMA is holding this market. You can see, we all can see the way it's holding this market. So how do you approach this, even with knowing this? We said we use support and resistance. For me, I use support and resistance, and I want a break and a retest. So at this point, when you know direction, the first thing is knowing the direction. When you know your direction, that is all you need. The rest is now using the other things as confluence to take that trade towards the direction that you have. So at this point, let's start by drawing the support and resistance and see how many trades we had at this point. We had, this is a resistance. We said a resistance is formed by a bullish and a bearish candle. We form a resistance. We had a break and a retest. We are retesting when we are retesting the 10 EMA here. So that's a good buy. And then we formed another resistance here. You see it? You see it? Can you see it, class? We had a break above. Can you call this a retest? A retest, and we went. So we have another support here. We broke above, retested. I don't know if it is visible. Let me repeat. So you see this bullish and this bearish candle. We take the high, the one that has the highest wick. This one is the one that has a high wick. Between this one and this one, you drew the one that has the highest wick, this one, right? So we had a break retest, and then we went. We have another support here, which was formed here. We had a break, did not retest, we had a break. Now we are retesting this, this zone at this point. Okay, we had another one here. That's another support which has been broken above. So this one I will not consider it as a retest, a nice retest, because we had a break. We failed. We got inside again, but we are still bullish. You see, the reason why I love this strategy is because you can be able to tell when you can be able to sit on your hands and say, that market, I'm not understanding it. At this time, I can stay out. Like at this point, we had a break. We had a break, but we broke inside again. So for me, I'm staying out because I did not have a good retest. And then at this point, we are still bullish because we are above, the 10 is above the 20, so we are still bullish. We come again inside, but we have not retested this zone. We have not retested this zone properly. So yes, it is bullish, and someone could have taken a buy, but for me, I'm not really taking a buy at that point. I think for me, I would think that the buys are now struggling because I'm not seeing some good moves. It's like it's ranging there. So we can go back and see another point where we had, this is where the cross occurred, where we had this resistance. We have a break above it, we have a retest, and we went. I don't know if we did this one. We had a break. This is a good retest, a retest that is, we don't have a candle that is closing below this point. This is a nice retest, a break, a breakout. This is also a good retest. At the first break, this was a good retest, and it formed an engulfing. There we went, and then it came back here. We have another good retest where we don't have a candle closing below this point. We have a good shoot. And then we have other resistance that formed after that. We have this break above retest. We have that continuation of that buy. We have this one, which is also a resistance here. Here we have a break, but you see there are candles closing below this point. So at this point, I'm out of this trade. As we came, retested this zone. It's a good one. And this one gives you a confluence. The EMA are giving us a confluence like we are still bullish, guys. We are still bullish. Keep looking for areas to buy. So that is what is giving me confidence about this. So we continue looking at the areas. We have this zone, which, don't know, this was a support. The support started here. This was a support. We were not able to close. This was a resistance. We were not able to close above this resistance, and we had a support forming at this point. You see where this red candle we have a red candle and a green candle. This forms a support. So we broke below. We closed below a support. A retest of now. When we break below a support, the support becomes resistance, right? So when we broke below the support, this support became resistance, and we started retesting. But when we are doing this retest, I want you to see, like when we are doing this retest, we are still above the 20 and the 10 EMA. So at this point, I want you to be very careful not to take those trades. So which trades are more viable? You see here we had a support zone here. This is a support, right? We broke below that support, become a resistance. We want the market to come back, and we find a ceiling there. So we have the market coming back to retest. At this point, we are below, the 10 is below the 20. That's a good sell. That's a good place to take a sell. And then now we come and form this resistance. And we are still bearish, so we are looking for a place to sell. And we said we sell at support. This is a support that formed here. Sorry, that line was, this is a support that formed here. We came, we are not, we have not touched the support yet. We do not touch the support. The market forms another support here. But at this point, we are still bearish and we are not reacting from the support. Guess where we are reacting from? Resistance. So this is this is a resistance. This is a resistance. I don't know what I was talking about. So this one, we formed a support here. We see the market is not closing below that point. So we form another support here. And we find the market is still struggling to close above there, below this point. And that's how we went again. We formed a support. This is a green, this is a red. We form a resistance here. Now we break that resistance with this candle, which has closed above a retest, and then we go. When we are we are retesting this zone, we are already above the 20. So that tells you something. So for me, if you are actually you prefer higher time frame to lower time frame, I would suggest that you look into this. Just look into it. It doesn't harm to look. We have the market formed a support here. It's a nice support, and we have a break above. So you can take your trade from this point. We have a break above. We have broken above our resistance. We have broken above our 20 EMA. So that's a nice ride. Not bad. And then here, this is what we call a ranging market, but we are not working with the EMAs alone. The EMAs are acting as a confluence. So here we have a support. What do we do to this support? I don't know if you can see. This is the day that I'm talking about. It is if you're trading XAUUSD, you can check it out. This is Friday, 4th July 2025. So we have this green candle and red candle forming a support here. We break that support, we enter at the breakout, and we are breaking the 20 EMA. That is good. You can hold there for a good buy. It was not a long buy, but to give you something though. So at this point we have at this point we start with being bullish, where we have this support where we break above, and then during we form another support here. We form another support at this point. I don't know if you can see. Sorry. We form another support here. We form another support here. We break the support, right? And we said when we break the support now becomes the resistance. So when we break the support becomes the resistance. We want a retest, and when we are retesting at this point,